What's going on, y'all? Peace and blessings. This is Savage Writer, and I'm back with another video. So, damn, it's been a minute since I did one of these, but you should already know me. I always come back. And so, what I'm going to talk about today is the spiritual awakening process, specifically the dark night of the soul. Now, what is the dark night of the soul? The dark night of the soul is basically a period of spiritual desolation suffered by a mystic in which all sense of consolation is removed. And basically, consolation, if you don't know what that means, is a form of comfort that you received after a misfortune or failure. For example, you go to the doctor as a kid, you got a shot or whatever, and I don't approve of vaccines, but that's for another video. But again, so you go to a doctor, you get a shot. They give you a band-aid and they give you a lollipop. That's a consolation. And what the dark night of the soul actually is that, and it's also it's a poem by Saint John of the Cross, but I'm not here to talk about that. Basically, this year alone, I've really awakened to the spiritual healing process. And with that came a lot of revelations. With that came a lot of harsh truths that I had to face, such as, for one, I had to really go within and do a lot of shadow work. Basically, what that means is that, I had to explore parts of myself that were previously, either untapped or I didn't want to tap because, according to societal standards, oh my God, that's too explicit, or oh, you're being too depressing, or you're being this and you're being that, all kinds of BS that certain individuals want to put into my head for expressing myself. And I'm here to tell you that I don't give a shit about that anymore, because I do all these kinds of videos to inspire people and to help y'all. And as y'all can see, I'm now staying in a dorm. Currently, I'm at King University, like I said I would be. And I could probably talk more about that throughout this video. So, really, my first part of the spiritual healing process really involved me realizing that there was an urgency, there was a need for me to get my shit together, because I haven't always been proactive. I haven't always been following my own advice or leading by example, and I realized, like, this year 2019 really, like, made me open my eyes and really made me get back on my shit. Because I must admit, when the year first started, I was still in a dark place. Like, I was going through a lot. I was dealing with addiction. I was dealing with depression, loneliness, all kinds of things. And even throughout this year, like, I've been fluctuating between different emotions. I've been getting very discouraged. I've been through a lot of things, this year alone, and I've seen things and I've heard things that I didn't want to see or hear, but I feel like I had to see or hear those things because it really opened my eyes and it really helped me, like, get back on track with the spiritual healing process. And at some point down the road, you're going to sit there and you're going to say, well, okay, this is my life. This is what I'm going through. And this is what I have gone through. And this is what I probably will go through. And you gotta, like, really go within yourself and, like, do work from the inside. I see a lot of other spiritual people out there, they try to put on a mask. And a lot of people do that in today's society. It's not okay for you to show your feelings. You gotta act a certain way. That's why I really hate social media sometimes, because it's fake as fuck, man. Like, it's so superficial that it's not even funny. Like, everybody in competition with each other, like, that is bullshit to me. Like, that, it shouldn't be that damn way. I remember there was a time where social media was actually genuine. I don't know what the hell happened, influencers, but it's like I get on this nonsense and there's all this BS up here, man, and it really irks me sometimes. But, like, at the same token, like, we have more accessibility to the world than ever before. And I guess that's the beautiful thing about social media, that you can connect with people who literally live like on the other side of the earth in like literally seconds. And that's what's amazing. Like, and I've met so many different people who've helped me out throughout the years, through this platform alone and through the arts. And I love what I do. I don't care about the money. I don't care about the fame. I don't care about the perks. I do what I do because I love doing it. And I've had many, many, many people try to stop me from doing what I'm supposed to do. A lot of people tell me, oh man, you ain't supposed to be doing that. Ain't nobody gonna listen to you. Ain't nobody gonna want to hear that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and lately I've been losing, like a lot of followers. A lot of people that I've known personally for years. I had great relationships with. And as soon as I started speaking this shit, soon as I started telling the truth, pulling the veil off of everything, people just came and went. But I'm going to tell y'all a quick story. Beginning of this year, it was very rough for me. I was going through a lot, fighting depression, dealing with addiction. As I just said, a lot of stuff that I was dealing with. And I was basically working a job that, it was what I loved to do. Because I was freelancing for a nonprofit. I was copywriting. And in some instances, I wasn't even getting paid on time, and I had bills. And like, I remember like I was applying to King University, and so I had to submit my transcript. And I remember it was in January. I spent my last $10 on that transcript, and I ain't have nothing for a month. Could you imagine what it's like not having money for a whole goddamn month, and bills got to get paid, and you got to eat. And it got to the point where, like, I had to swallow my own pride and go ask my mom for money. And as much as I didn't want to do that, because I don't like asking people for stuff. Because I'm very self-sufficient. Like, I don't like asking people for shit. I really don't. I like to have my own things. And then I had to basically swallow my own pride and do that just so I could keep my phone on. And then, we get into an argument sometime or a disagreement, and that person would throw that back in my face, and I didn't appreciate that. So really this year, my dark night of the soul included, falling out with a lot of people that I really had love and respect for, and I still do, but I just don't like how they moving. Because I've seen, certain people true colors. Whether it be related or not, it don't matter. And, I've dealt with a lot of harsh truths that, a lot of people, most people not going to support you. They just around you just to see what you're doing. And I noticed that a lot too. And I've been very alone this year. Like, this has probably been the first year that I haven't gotten romantically involved with anyone or anything. And I guess that's a great thing for me. I'd rather be alone, because like, there's people out here that just want to be with somebody just so they could have somebody, just so they don't want to be alone. I'm going to do a video on that in the future. But basically, I've been through a dark period. I had to, fight depression. Yeah, I go to counseling. I talk to people. I do that all the time. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I still do. So, but now, I feel like I've done all the necessary work I had to do. I'm not saying that I don't have any more work to do, because I've only but scratched the surface. But basically, my spiritual healing process really included doing the things that I love, writing down my thoughts, performing, giving knowledge to the people, because that's what really, this why I do this. I just want to enlighten others and tell my story, because I know somebody out there going through the same thing, and the least I can do is be that positive driving force, because there's a lot of fuckery out here. There's enough of that nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So, really, that's it. I just wanted to, share that quick reflection. And I guess I'll see y'all for the next video.